What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name's Bolana and this is my lovely girlfriend
Carly.
And if you guys are new, make sure you smash the subscribe button right down below here. Also drop a big thumbs up on this video. But what are we reacting to today, babe?
Today we are reacting to the most unique and amazing shoes across the world, and I know she is gonna love this video because she is a huge sneakerhead.
I am. I have tons of shoes that I don't even wear that I just keep because I like them, you know, so. But we're going to get into this video. Also, guys, I know we've been doing a lot of reactions lately, but I think the schedule, what we're going to kind of do is do a reaction, then do a video, like a normal video, and then we're going to post another reaction because 1, we're trying to get our watch time up, 2, why not, they're fun, 3, you guys are just going to have to enjoy them because you have no choice. I'm just kidding, guys, but...
Whether you're a self-proclaimed sneakerhead or just an average Joe who
I want those.
Get one-of-a-kind shoes, it's impossible not to appreciate some of the footwear available these
What are those?
But no matter your level of shoe appreciation, the kicks coming up in this video are guaranteed to leave your jaw on the floor.
Those are interesting.
From sneakers
I like those, actually.
to self-lacing Nikes
I want those.
inspired by Back to the Future. Here are some of the most unique and
this video is just going to be a bunch of I want those, I want
From
this.
her, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm excited to see though.
Grass sneakers.
Those
Living
are
in
weird.
these strange
I feel like a dog
times,
would come up and
it's
pee on me.
not unusual to see famous
Deadass.
brands dipping their toes in the questionable waters of all things bizarre and oddly intriguing. In 2020, Nike took a step in this oddball direction by releasing a rather unusual take on their Air Max 1 golf shoe. In the spirit of becoming one with nature, feast your eyes on the Air Max 1
They look kind of cool
sneaker.
though.
Not to be confused with this old thing
It
someone
would be
found
a
in the woods. Originally
interesting
designed
golf
by
shoe.
American sneaker designer Tinker Hatfield, the Nike Grass sneaker focuses less on performance and more on appearance. Featuring an AstroTurf-like
notice if it
exterior,
was
the
dirty.
design was inspired by the
That is
rolling
true, you wouldn't
lawns
know.
of a golf
No grass
course.
stains.
But unlike real grass, you won't have to worry about mowing your shoes. Beneath the turf is a golf-ready Zoom Air midsole and Air Max 1 outsole. And to top it all off, Nike trimmed the turf on the sides to feature their iconic
I like that. They added a little detail.
However, miss the
I guarantee
Nike
these
Air
are worth
branding
tons
on
of
the
money
heel,
though
which has
because they're
been
so
lost in
rare.
the wearable lawn. When they were released in February 2020, the grass sneakers
Oh, they
were
just got
priced at
released.
$140
They're not even
per
expensive.
pair. But with Nike yet to roll out another batch, they're going for anything from $350 to $800
It's a
on
different
eBay.
shoe.
Aside from clearly making a tasty profit,
Nice.
though, it's pretty fun to imagine why people might be reselling.
They are
these.
very cool.
Maybe
I'd
they
put 'em
had
on
a
my feet.
humiliating experience of losing their shoes on the lawn. Or perhaps their dog tried leaving their business on their sneakers one too
Like
many
you
times.
said.
Either way, I'll leave it up to you to decide whether the Air Max 1
I would
grass
rock 'em.
sneakers are
I'd put a fit together with them.
Space shoes.
Those,
No.
Named
no,
after a
I don't
Russian
like them.
space dog that was successfully launched into orbit and returned safely home aboard Sputnik 5 in 1961. The 2004 Nike Zvezdochka clearly
They
has
just
a
don't
club
look-
as
yeah,
an
they don't look
impressive piece of
appealing.
footwear. And despite
They
the
look
name,
comfortable, they look like Crocs.
It looks like a
these
water shoe.
multi-part modular shoes have indeed been praised
It's a
for
water
their
shoe.
innovative, waist-saving design. Mark Newson, the designer, got the idea for the shoes after visiting the Russian Space Agency.
See, it
which
doesn't matter if we
inspired him
like
to
these
design
shoes or not.
footwear
They're making
astronauts
tons of
could
money
wear
out here
for
with
all
these shoes.
purposes
You right.
while in space. He wanted them to work, relax, and exercise all with a single, easily modifiable shoe. Enter the Nike Zvezdochka, the space shoe even mere Earthlings like us can now wear. This futuristic $330 shoe.
I would not be
features
paying
four
that
interlocking
for that. It's
parts.
literally like paying for Crocs.
The outsole, the
Crocs
inner
aren't even
sleeve,
$350.
and
Yeah, no,
insoles.
but you know, it's
These
like
parts
kind
can
of the
be
same
worn in
material
multiple
Crocs
combinations
have.
together
Yeah.
or separately
Or at least
for
looks like
diverse
Crocs.
functions and environments. For a slipper-like feel, the inner sleeve, which features Nike
I would
Zoom
not
Air
wear those
cushioning,
things.
protects your foot from elements like water
Me
and cold
either.
temperatures. Couple that with the outer cage and the insole, and you can
would be
wear your
nice if it was
shoes on a
raining, no?
leisurely stroll. And when you're in the mood for something more strenuous, like running or hiking, the interlocking sole provides all the grip and foot support
Would you run in those?
need. While it's arguably not Nike's sleekest design,
I like the orange one.
Parts free the shoes
Maybe,
from many of
but
the
probably
adhesives
not.
needed in traditional footwear, making them infinitely recyclable.
Oh, can you take it off? Like, take it apart?
Resellable,
Looks
it
like
seems, as despite no longer being available to buy new, there are quite a few pairs up for
Jesus.
sale on eBay for anywhere from $200 to $600.
Interesting.
If you're lucky, you too can be the proud owner of
Ooh,
shoes
the green
that
ones
The green
are
ones
kinda
were cool if
fun.
you guys saw those.
Teddy bear sneakers.
I've seen these. I know people that wear these actually.
Terribly cute
Of course you do.
footwear look no further than the JS Teddy Bear. In what might have been the
I know
cuttingest
one person that
collaboration of all
actually
time,
owns
designer
these.
Jeremy Scott somehow convinced
Adidas?
Adidas to put the actual heads and arms of teddy bears on their shoes and sell them to the public. These bizarre bear shoes were
Doesn't
originally
Jesse
only
have a
supposed to come in
pair?
a single
No, his
color,
were different.
very
His
standard
were,
white, not
tan
very
yeah.
Adidas creamy
They
brown.
weren't the same.
But the uncouth color didn't seem to hurt sales, because as soon
They're
as the
cute.
JS Teddy Bear hit the shelves in 2011, they were sold out. Maybe it had something to do with Lil Wayne debuting them on New Year's Eve. Or maybe we humans just have a
Oh,
natural
Lord.
instinct to wear animals on our feet. Either way,
No.
Jeremy Scott has since made the JS Teddy Bear available in pink, gold, and limited edition sparkly silver. These days, they're a little hard to come by, but with Crocs suddenly being considered cool again, I'm sure the equally ridiculous teddy bear sneakers
Will
aren't
come back
far
and
behind.
take over.
In the meantime, you
And
can
she will
bid to your heart's
probably have a
content
pair.
I will not have a
eBay,
pair of those.
where
I don't
pair
like
of
'em.
JS Teddy Bear sneakers will cost
They're probably
anything
very
from
comfortable, though.
$150 to a whopping $1,400. And while you're processing that ludicrous price, how about you take a moment to subscribe?
Make sure you guys
to the
subscribe
video.
and also
Don't
hit the
forget to
like
slap
button.
the bell too, so you don't
And
miss
tap
any
that
of my
bell.
latest
Ding, ding,
uploads.
ding.
Now, on to our next
Ooh.
Oh, I like the
shoe.
ones on the right.
Golden Wings.
I've seen people have
You
these
thought
too.
Sticking teddy bears on a pair of perfectly good Adidas
They have these
was
at the store.
pinnacle of Jeremy Scott's originality.
Store?
You better hold on to your
Or at least I've
laces
seen
for
like
this next
kind
one.
of the same
This-
version of the shoe. Ad guys, 1 second.
Guess what?
I've seen the
You can
same
get
version of the
20%
shoe.
off an ASOS
Maybe
right
not
now.
this
Yep,
type, but
you
there's
can
like
save 20%
copies.
Particular collaborative
Gotcha.
escapade began when Adidas released Jeremy's JS Wings and JS Wings 2.0.
I seen
in
those, the
2010
JS
and
Wings
2012,
2.0.
respectively. But Jeremy still wanted to fly higher. So in 2015, he introduced the JS Wings 3.0, a pair of shiny high tops.
never
that
seen
look
those,
every
but I've
bit
seen
as
the other
fly
ones.
as their name implies. That
They're
is, if
cool,
you consider
but I wouldn't
looking like a
wear
hard
them.
I'd trip on 'em.
cosplayer to be flying.
That's what it looks
Aside from
like.
the obvious
Looks like they
golden
belong on, like,
wing-shaped
Flash
overlays,
or
the
something.
sneakers also feature a removable inner sock.
Or
that
like on
adds
a
a
movie
layer
scene,
to
I
the
could see
sleek
people wearing
design.
those.
And to make
Yeah.
it worthy of its name as a sports shoe,
It's
the
just
midsole
oddly,
wore a
like,
layer of
shaped,
shock-absorbing
positioned.
material between the
Yeah.
inner and
Comment down
outer
below if
soles
you guys
was
would wear
inspired
this,
by
'cause I really wanna know.
professional basketball player
Any of them
Dikembe
we've seen so far?
Mutombo's signature Adidas original line. But just because the soles were designed with playing basketball in mind, doesn't mean they can't be worn to dominate elsewhere. Shortly after their release in 2015, WWE superstar Kofi Kingston stole the show when he stepped into the ring at the
See, like, that
SummerSlam
looks
event,
cool.
rocking
On his
golden
feet,
wings.
look cool.
As one of the
'cause they wear
WWE's highest
costumes.
flyers, the choice made
It's
sense.
just like some
And
people
who
can
better
pull
to
off
teach
shoes,
you
other
the
people
JS
can't.
Wings
True.
3.0
That's like a
than
shoe
the
that
same man who
specific
in
people would have to
2016
pull off.
wore a pair of custom-made unicorn LeBron soldiers. Those unicorn beauties may not be on sale to the public, but you
They
can get
definitely
your
just
hands
glued
on
a
a pair
unicorn
of
horn
JS
onto the
Wings
front of that
3.0s
shoe.
for anything from $350 to $500 online, which isn't too bad for a very sought-after shoe, considering they originally retailed for $300 a pair. It's quite ironic, really. You'd think the resale profits for sneakers with actual wings would soar sky high. Style versus comfort. If Tim Burton had a fashion label, it'd probably resemble the work of Austrian designer Karl Christian Pugh, who's known for his unconventional pieces. And by unconventional, I don't mean synthetic grass or teddy bear heads. I mean human hair, metal stitches, and multi-thousand-dollar price tags for intentionally worn-out shoes that look like they came from the back of your dad's shed. How's that for avant-garde? But one of this designer's
is
signature
it?
footwear
I
pieces,
don't even know.
Drip Trainer, despite its name,
Drip
probably
Trainer.
wouldn't give you much drip on the streets. Handcrafted out of calf and kangaroo leather, the sneakers were dyed and dipped in latex before being allowed to hang dry for up to 2 hours. The last step creates the signature drip sole, which consists of rubbery dangling stalactites. If I saw someone wearing
imagine
those,
like stepping down. That's gotta hurt.
Feel weird.
Try that way. But hey, some people might like the feeling of walking on an uneven bed of rubbery nails. Clearly
no,
not
thank
for the
you.
faint of heart, both in looks and price. The drip trainers go for anything
Jesus.
from $1,800 to
People wear
$3,000
these?
online. They're probably not worth it practicality-wise.
I will not
but
be
for
spending
some
my money
people,
on these shoes, guys.
eccentricity beats comfortability any day. The opposite is true, however, for these $200 Kangaroo Jumps rebound shoes, for which comfortable foot support trumps any sense of style.
They look fun.
They do look fun.
They look like you'd use it to work out in or something.
Prevents joint injuries thanks to elasticized bands, which allegedly absorb 80% of the impact force when you exercise.
Go for
Interesting.
Can be worn by anyone, regardless of your fitness level, and while performing any high-impact activities like running or jumping.
I feel like that'd give you more of a workout than using your normal feet.
Does indeed give
Probably.
you the slight bounce of a kangaroo. Only unlike the
Feel
drip trainers,
the insane cat.
I'd rather wear the ones on the left than the ones on the right.
Wraparound shoes.
God, these are getting
While we're
ridiculous.
on the topic of avant-garde footwear,
I was expecting
how
some
about
really
these
nice
wraparound
shoes.
that
No.
look like the footwear of some kind of eldritch
That's
abomination from the mind of H.P. Lovecraft.
It's like wearing like
Of mind shoes
What
are
even
custom
is
made from
that?
personal foot scans, meaning the size and
Oh, so it's
curvature
like
is unique to
adapted
every
to your
individual.
foot.
So say goodbye to sharing shoes with your friends, because in true
Would they even
pseudo
let you in a
fashion,
restaurant with those
these
shoes?
scaly slippers
Probably not.
will
Your
only
foot's
fit
covered,
you.
so maybe.
These peculiar shoes somewhat resemble a leaf you wrap around your foot, and
That's so
the 3D
weird.
printed nylon soles have pebbled surfaces
Huh.
that evenly distribute pressure under your feet. The whole idea behind the shoes are to keep the wearer's feet supported while providing a light barefoot feel. But in order to feel like you're walking on air, being a custom production, each Walk of Mind pair
Nope.
will cost you
Yeah, no, thank you.
$100.
Nope.
That's pretty pricey.
I'd rather just not wear
especially
shoes for that
since
price.
these super stretchy Vibram Furoshiki wrap shoes will only cost you around $70 a pair. They're slightly different in the way they cover your entire foot, being made of
See, those aren't that bad.
elasticated wrap system with
No,
Velcro
just
as
weird.
opposed to the solid frame of the Walk
Yeah, but those are
Mind
probably
shoes.
comfy.
The stretch fabric material is
Yeah.
extremely comfortable and lightweight, meaning you can wear them at the gym, in yoga class, or if you're brave enough, while you're out doing everyday tasks. Of course, unlike the Walk of Mind shoes, the Vibram Furoshiki wrap shoes
design's
might not
cooler.
help you identify your unique foot Cinderella style if a prince comes in search for
I
you.
like the
but
colors,
at least
for
you
sure.
won't have to worry about them falling off when you're on a run.
I want these so bad.
She talks about them all the time.
I want them so bad. I want the tan ones, those ones right there.
Long-running collaboration with Adidas.
I just hear they're so comfortable. I want those ones too. I want both.
She wants all of them that are about to show up.
Yeah.
The futuristic design is a slip-on crafted from a unique Yeezy material.
They just look
blend of
awesome to me. I don't know.
naturally occurring polymers, which are rubber-like in softness and flexibility. The body of the shoe sports bizarrely breathable holes all around it, while the bottom is rounded out by a herringbone patterned treading similar to the Yeezy Boost 700.
And I like
They're
those
nice,
too.
Yeezy Boost 700 V2. But even the magnificent soles of those other, more appealing shoes weren't enough to boost.
I see some of these people wearing these and I'm like, how could you afford that? They're just really expensive and I don't want to pay my money towards that. I mean, I could afford it probably, but,
Justin Bieber and
you
Kim
know?
Kardashian, that the public's view on the Yeezy foam
Very
runners
nice.
began changing. By the time they launched to the public,
blue.
these strange crepes
They got red,
instantly
too.
sold out everywhere. In 2021, there are several release dates set for new colors, like vermilion, ochre, and moon gray. But at around $100 a pair when bought new, they'll almost certainly sell out on release. The rest of the time, I'm afraid you'll have to
They're only
look at
$100
anything from $200 to a whopping $2,000
Not if you're on eBay.
for a
Yeah.
second-hand pair online. And for that increase
I'll
in
pay
price,
$100 for those if they
these
release
early
more.
oddities better have been worn by Kanye himself. Famous shoes.
Famous shoes.
Legendary basketball player Kobe Bryant.
Rest in peace,
might have
Kobe
left
Bryant.
this world in 2020, but his inspirational spirit and sporting impact forever remains. But that's not all Kobe left with us. In 2001, he debuted one of the most unorthodox performance shoes ever created, the
I've
Adidas
never seen
Kobe
those.
2.
Another ad. I said another eye. Another ad, guys. Sorry about that. I wish just some YouTube videos didn't have ads, but
Powers.
100%
Yeah.
fiber optic internet. At first glance, these bulky, much too squarish shoes look like they simply don't belong near a basketball court.
they're definitely
much
interesting.
less on the feet of a superstar athlete. And it
Yes,
definitely
they're
doesn't help
weird.
that these black versions look identical to Homer Simpson's shoes. Who knew Homer was a sneakerhead? Conceptualized by designer
The front of them are
Nielsen,
pretty
the
cool.
Kobe 2 was meant to be an improvement on the original 2001 Kobe. But, like with many reboots, the new and not-so-improved design didn't exactly go down as intended. Shortly after its debut, the Kobe 2's design spawned reviews, calling it, among other things, a monstrosity and the ugliest
I don't like
sneakers
it.
Kobe Bryant ever wore.
He had much
Reviewers
better
targeted
shoes.
the Kobe 2's padded, boxy exterior, which, together with its lack of exposed
They kinda look like
laces,
something
made
you
it
would
look
go to
more like a
space.
space boot than a basketball shoe. It seemed even
Space
Kobe
in.
himself recognized their ugliness, given that while he donned
Oh,
a
God.
special American flag-themed pair on the opening night of the 2001 to 2002 season, he was rarely ever seen wearing them after that. Today, pairs of Kobe 2s are sold for anything from $300 to $2,500.
So what makes them so
online.
special, though, if
So
everyone
ask me,
hated them? Why are they
dealers
priced
should
at
be
that
paying
much?
Other people
'Cause
to
they're
take them off
Kobe's
their
and he's
hands.
not
That's true.
here
I mean,
anymore.
it's not like they were Drake's pair of solid gold Air Jordans.
Those are
Worth
nice.
Well over $2 million, many sneakerheads were dying to see the rapper try them on after he revealed he'd had them commissioned. But to their dismay, Drake revealed his jaw-dropping sneakers weren't for wearing. Professionally sculpted from pure gold.
That is
shoes are
awesome, though,
basically
even just to
trophies he
have
keeps in
something
his
like
house
that.
for people to admire.
Right.
Because that's exactly what you're supposed to do with shoes, right? Real
These are
uncool.
awesome.
They might not
I
be
want
made of
those
gold,
ones.
But these jelly
Those are
Nike
cool.
Dunks are every bit as eye-catching as Drake's valuable pair of Jordans. Sneaker creative and serial artist personally handcrafted the pair.
I'm gonna have
as
to
an
go
art
look her up
project
real
during
quick, 'cause
lockdown.
those are
A
awesome.
model of ingenuity,
Those are
the
pretty
shoes
cool.
are completely see-through and were fashioned in both neon green and
Oh,
orange.
yeah.
The inside dons the famous Nike tick, and the black laces add a bit of contrast to the single-color backdrop. It's a real
Interesting. Those
shame
are
that the shoes, formed of clear pieces of tinted plastic stitched together, aren't additions to any real Nike line. But then again, would plastic sneakers really be
They
all that
still are
comfortable?
awesome,
With the
though.
total lack of breathability and all the blisters from
probably
the hard
hella
edges,
hot in
they
there.
Yeah,
might be
probably.
best left as an art project. Not to mention how you'll always have to make sure your socks are in tip-top shape before
Yeah, that is
showing
true.
them off to the world. Still, in terms of
They're
lacking practicality, serial artists' jelly Nikes are nothing compared to this pair of
I like
glass
those.
Nikes.
Glass.
A truly awesome-looking design appeared online in
That's
2019,
sick.
claiming to depict an actual glass pair of sneakers, presumably.
Let me
for
spray some
decoration
Windex
rather
on
than
those
actual
things
wear.
real quick.
However, many sneakerheads were left disappointed when the photo turned out to be little more than a fun yet fake design experiment.
Still awesome,
rather than
though.
being part of any official
Nike, get on
line.
that.
While some sellers do claim to sell these and similar transparent Nikes online, their quality and authenticity is dubious at best, and they're claimed to be made from plastic as opposed to glass. But don't let that stop you from channeling your
They
inner
look so
Cinderella.
cool.
These
Yeah.
genuine glass shoes are handcrafted from blown glass by the artisans at Nakamura Glass Studio in Japan and are sold for $700
Holy
per
I can see that because they
That's right.
put a lot of labor
Because
into
they're
that.
custom made to
Yeah.
the shape of each wearer's foot, the shoes aren't sold in pairs. So, if glass shoes are your heart's desire, you can forget about going from rags to riches. Because without a fairy godmother, or in this case,
Yeah, imagine you
bankroll,
drop them, they
you'll
just break.
probably go from riches to
Shattered.
rags instead. Glow in the dark.
Those are
Yeezys.
cool.
Ooh.
If your sneaker game is in serious need of a glow-up, look no further than the Yeezy Boost 350
Those are
Beats
very
of
cool. I
Glow.
love the
Once
color.
again, coming from the
Those
mind
are
of
cool.
Kanye West, these glow-in-the-dark sneakers hit shelves in 2019 and, as expected, sold like crazy. But you
All
might
the
be
Yeezys
wondering, how exactly
so
are they
fast.
able to glow in the dark? Well, The slime green exterior has been treated with a phosphor-rich dye, which possesses the quality of phosphorescence, meaning its molecules give off light for a long time after being energized in the sun or under bright artificial light. Because these glowing Yeezys were a limited edition release, they're currently sold out in the official Adidas store. They are,
awesome,
however,
though.
available for around $650 online, which is a fair bit steeper than their original retail price of $250. But if you really want to stand out at the club, or just don't want to get hit by a car when crossing the street at night, the Yeezy Boost glow-in-the-dark sneakers might just be for you. Candy shoes.
What
For those of you
are those?
who also love shoes,
My M&M's in there.
Yeah, you could. We should get you these. See how much they are if I can afford it.
Chocolate Factory. This mouth-watering range was the 2009 graduation work of designer Belma Arnautovic and the Academy of Fine Arts in Sarajevo, Bosnia. From red and white candy canes to gumdrops, Belma's delightfully delectable shoes are a completely wearable way to show the world you're sweet at heart. The Candied collection features
They just lift their foot up. You want a piece of candy? Here you go.
Ribbons. Two of the most striking
Just imagine that.
are the short white
Babe, if we were on a first date and I wore those and I raised my foot up to the table and said, want a piece of candy, you would have said peace.
Peace out, Girl Scout.
Or if candy's not your thing, you could fill them with dog treats for your pup, or pretzels for a quick salty snack. Then again, you'd basically be eating food off the ground, so it's not the most hygienic idea. With that considered, perhaps it's best that Belma's designs are yet to make an appearance in any stores. Anyway, I, for one, won't be needing any candy shoes.
Don't want them.
Sweet enough.
Boombox shoes. Calling
Oh my god, you
someone
actually
life
can
at
play
the
a
party
disc?
gets a brand new meaning when they're wearing these ridiculous eye tops.
Another ad, guys. 1 second.
Do a review for Thread Beast. I just got my first.
These hilariously impractical Boombox sneakers were shared online way back in 2008. And besides being merely a bit of concept art,
Do they actually
have a
play those? The real
few
question.
shortcomings. For starters, very few music CDs are actually small enough to fit in
I
the
feel
shoe.
like
And
nope.
even if they could, the walking motion would likely scratch up the disc.
That is true.
Besides, who even listens to CDs anymore? Luckily, there's a very real alternative to the Boombox sneaker available to buy today with a slightly more modern twist. The Shoe Beats sneakers might be
I don't like
missing
those
laces,
at all.
but they've got something better. One of the pair comes fitted with a Bluetooth speaker that promises to
kinda
deliver
ugly.
seamless audio quality when connected to your phone.
Why not?
can't
Why
lie.
not just put headphones in? Like, why do you need sneakers? Because you're not even going to hear it half the time.
The quality may leave a little to be desired. In addition to the sneakers, your purchase also comes with a USB
They're from
charger,
Walmart.
which reportedly charges the little loudspeaker surprisingly quickly. The only problem is, the product doesn't specify the speaker's battery life, so don't go planning full 4-hour dance shows with the music blasting out of these things. That said, being widely available
I mean,
for
as a
cheap,
kid,
it couldn't
that's
hurt
cool.
to at least
Yeah.
try
No, I
it
wouldn't-
out,
a grown
assuming you don't
adult-
mind being
no.
that person
I'm
who
sure there
plays
are
their
people
music
that
out
wear
loud
them.
in public. Tentacle heels.
That's
Those are
Have you
interesting,
ever
but those are
looked at your
dope.
feet and thought,
What'd you say?
Not enough tentacles.
I was gonna say those are
Filipino designer
interesting.
Kermit Tesoro has you
If you were
covered.
drunk,
The
walking on
tentacle
those,
heels, or
broken
polyposis,
ankle.
as they're officially called, feature 8 vibrant blue octopus.
The color is very cool,
on
though.
the bottom of each shoe, perfectly
It is very
intertwined to
cool.
not only
Your
keep
foot's
you
gonna
in
hurt by
place,
the end
but
of the night,
also
though.
help you
Broken
balance
ankle.
while you walk. It may not look like it at first, but the shoes are actually handcrafted from wood and decorated with glossy paints.
That's
Not
cool.
exactly the most comfortable or practical design, but who needs comfort when you can channel your inner Ursula whenever you need a boost of confidence? Unfortunately, you won't find Kermit Desoto's heels in your local mall. The shoes are a complete one-of-a-kind and were featured in an exhibition at the Cube Design Museum in the Netherlands in 2018. I guess that means you'll have to stick with duct taping squids to your feet for now.
I want these so bad, but they're
Sorry to
literally
break it to
like
you, but only
hundreds and
peasants tie their
hundreds
own
of dollars.
laces nowadays. That's because in
I think
never
they're like
seen them
$10,000
2020
plus.
respectively, Nike introduced 2 groundbreaking
They're
pairs
back
of
to the
sneakers
future
that
shoes.
rendered the shoelace bow a thing of the past. The 2016 Nike HyperAdapt 1.0 shoe has a sensor, battery motor, and cable system that adjusts the laces based
Those are
on
awesome.
algorithmic calculations of the pressure it detects on your foot. When your foot is
Interesting.
inserted, the shoe tightens automatically until it senses friction points, at which point it always stops.
That's
so
awesome.
you don't have to worry about your feet being cut off by your own shoes. And if they're too tight for your liking, there are 2 buttons on the side to loosen them to your comfort. But that's
Those
not
are
all.
cool.
The soles also feature a very nifty light that activates when the laces tighten. As impressive as that already is, the designers at Nike wanted to do more. That's when the Adapt BB came to life. With a price tag of only $350 instead of the HyperAdapt $720, the new and improved self-lacing shoe actively loosens and tightens based on how the wearer's foot changes over time. Taking basketball as inspiration, Nike considered how the athletes' feet started to swell once their blood gets pumping, requiring a looser shoe to properly breathe. Using laces similar to those found in
Interesting.
snowboarding boots, this power lacing system, called FitAdapt, can also be controlled via an app. And as if it couldn't be any more futuristic, when the battery runs low, you simply place the shoe on a wireless charging mat.
That is
Best of all,
awesome.
it only
That is
takes
very
3
cool.
hours for the shoes to fully recharge, and after that, they last up to 2
Those ones
weeks.
are really cool.
With
I
all
like
of
the
this,
color.
I
So what
think Back
happens
to
when
the
they
Future's
die?
Marty
If you're out,
McFly would
anything?
definitely approve
don't
of
think
the
so.
way
Like
Nike's
loosen?
managed
Yeah,
to
I think
create.
so.
After all, the original self-tightening kicks Michael J. Fox wore in the iconic 80s blockbuster were sold at an auction for nearly $100,000 in 2018, despite falling apart at the seams. And while the prop shoes sadly weren't really self-lacing, Nike did release a very real version of the
Awesome.
famous shoes in 2016. Only 89 pairs were produced, and they all featured the adaptive fit technology of the
That's why
HyperAdapt
they're so
1.0.
expensive, 'cause there's
Michael
barely
J.
any
Fox
of them.
was the first to score a pair. Free of charge, of course, but the rest were sold at an
Nice.
auction that raised a whopping $6.75
Damn.
million for the Michael J. Fox Foundation of Parkinson's Research. Luckily, with the
Nice.
Adapt BB now in stores, you don't need to cough up thousands of dollars to get in on that self-tightening action. So, grab yourself a pair, along with Elon Musk's Tesla truck and a flux capacitor, and you're all set to star in your own medium-budget remake of Back to the Future 2. What are the most unique shoes
Very
you
cool.
Some of those are awesome. Some of those are I would never wear or pay the price for those.
Yes.
What about you?
I want the Yeezys and those last Nikes. Otherwise, I wasn't that
Yo, if the
impressed.
Yeezers are only $100 and they're in stock, I'm gonna get me a couple pairs because that's really not that bad, in my
What do you
opinion.
wear them with?
I'll
I feel
figure
like
something
they
to
have
wear them with.
Be like specific outfits.
I got this. But that is gonna do it for today's video, guys.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll be back with more reactions soon. Bye guys.